Next, I'm going to introduce a woman that I just think is so wonderful. And the reason why is, besides just loving her for who she is, I love her.
It's me.
I love her for sticking up for her roots and wanting to right the wrongs that were, presented about some parts of her family's life. She's going to tell you something about her family, which was it was a family, and and it's something to be proud of, and something that you should want to live on, their legacy. And I'm proud to present this lifetime award to Jami, and I'm making her a Beat Poet Laureate because I'm waiting for her poetry. And she may not think she has it in her, but we all have something to say. And that will come. She'll be inspired if she gets this award that I'm going to be sending to her. And so anyway, she's carrying on the Cassady family legacy. And really, it's the basis of all the beats. Her mother and her father were a big, important part of that. So welcome to the family, Jami.
Thank you, Debbie. And everyone. Oh, there I am. Hi. Thank you so much, Debbie, and the wonderful foundation that you have started and enveloped all of these amazing artists. And to be honored and to be recognized that I and my husband have been trying to keep the legacy of the Cassadys alive, because as important as they are and were, and as much as everybody likes to quote them and this and that, I mean, it was my family. So I don't want people to forget how important they were. This is Randy and my mission statement, to keep alive the inspiration of the man and the myth. That's my father. And to celebrate the muse that brought the beats to San Francisco, which was my mom, because, she met Dad in Denver in 47, and then she moved to San Francisco, and then Dad followed her. And of course, Alan followed Dad, and then Jack followed them. And so Mom was a very, very important person. In 1994, Randy and I moved to Santa Cruz, and the University of California at Santa Cruz had not an exhibit, anyway, an archive, right, of Lawrence Ferlinghetti's paintings. It was at UC Santa Cruz. So the person that was in charge of the archives, Rita Bottoms, invited us up to see the paintings. And while we were there, she said, "So what are you doing about your family's legacy?" And I went, what? And she got up. She scolded me. She was great. She said, "What, you have to, keep this alive. You have to make sure it's not forgotten." And so I've been very blessed, and it's a lot of hard work, but we've had a lot of good times. I met many, many, many excellent people through the years. But we have, traveled the world and tried to go to a lot of events and try to make people understand just what our friends have been saying about the importance of the early beats and how spiritual and important that they were and are. Dad wasn't considered a writer or a poet, but David Amram, another member of the foundation, acknowledged to Randy and I in Denver once that Dad did contribute a lot to the poem, Pull My Daisy. And he isn't recognized very much for that thing that he did, but he did. But mainly Dad was famous for his letter writing. And there have been books, collected letters, his letters with Allen Ginsberg, which is out of print. Randy and I are trying to get it published. Grace Beats Karma, Dad's letters from prison, San Quentin, 1958, 1960, and it's out of print. And Randy and I are trying to publish an expanded version to keep things going. And when the Joan Anderson letter was discovered after 60 years, Randy and I got it published, and we just keep trying to make sure everybody's aware of the different wonderful things about the Beats and my family. So my mom, of course, was super, Randy said she was a Renaissance woman. Besides everyone falling in love with her, she was very, very talented artist, costume, theater. Anyway, she wrote a book you want to read. It's called Off the Road, about how it was being practically a single mother with 3 children during the 50s. So that's a really good woman's point of view of what it was like in those days. And I'm really proud of her for everything that she did. Should I read that poem?
No,
Not this one?
I don't. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, just a quick poem because
Admire that.
yeah. So Dad wrote this to Mom. They got married April 1st, April Fool's Day. And he wrote this in 1951. And it's just fun. To my April Fool's magnificent ass, so beauticious, though over full, as is your heart with misery, I here make present a sliver of cut stained glass, which enable to shave your behind's blubber, might yet pierce your reservoir of hurt, enough to make our 3rd anniversary a day of insight crystal clear, combined with knowledge through the ear, so that when the Sabbath sun descends, there'll be an understanding which portends henceforth a bliss that never ends, but shows up for joke the fear that dread narcotic minds hold dear, and do pretend to suffer unjust trial, to all the while make careful file of everybody's dreary food, on which they feed of selfish acts, only to find it does no good for us, since never has been forgot the facts made 3 years ago this day, when each to the other did say those eternal vows that cost $10 to get away from you, my legal shucks, no paper. He ran out of paper. That's classic. Anyway, so yeah, I'm very happy, and Debbie for acknowledging me, of course, Randy, to keep this alive. We have all of my mother's archives from after she passed in England in 2013. We shipped everything over to California, and we'd really like to get it to an institution, a library. You know, there's many, Stanford, Austin, because we need to retire. We'd like to retire. So if anybody has any suggestions for us, please email me, and I'd love to, be with you guys anyway on email basis. So I thank you very much for understanding and acknowledging what we're doing. And I'm glad to meet all you new wonderful artists too. So thank you.
Thank you, Jamie.
Jamie, am I okay to ask a question?
Of
Briefly?
course. Of course.
Brilliant. It's well known that you were Jack's favorite
That's right.
of the children.
Yes.
Just remind us how old you were when Jack sadly passed.
Oh, I was 19.
19.
I was living in New York, taking ballet at American Ballet Theater. And Dad had passed when I was 18, you know, the year before, but then I was in New York and I was getting dressed to go to class and I heard it on the radio. I couldn't, you know, I just couldn't believe it. And I took the day off. I called Mom in California. Yeah, so I was 19.
And do you have any plans to put your memories of Jack and your father to paper yourself?
Everybody asks me that. I'm just, no, I'm not, I can't, I don't know. No.
No. Okay.
Unless maybe I sit and talk and someone, you know, ghost writes it with me. No plan.
I really hope you if you don't feel like writing yourself, I do hope you find someone that will do exactly what you say.
Yeah.
And if you find no one, I will happily step in and make the time to do that. But look, I think it's absolutely essential that you carry on with the work that you do, and you get it, as you say, to somewhere where generations of the future. I mean, I was born in 1971, so I've come to the beats a lot later in life. Your father was there, Jack was dead. I mean, we're very lucky that Gary Snyder is still with us, and Lawrence Ferlinghetti had such a great innings. But let's be realistic. Most of them are behind us now. And David Amram was 91, I think, this year. I think he is. Yeah.
And you should see his schedule. You know, every day. Oh yeah, and Lowell celebrates Kerouac. You know, I mean, he's. I mean, yeah. This year, of course, has been huge for Jack's centennial.
Absolutely. But it's so important that everything that you know and your experiences, no matter how small and fragile, I think that's what's important to these people, to know the real Neil, the real Carolyn, and the real Jack as well, and everyone else that you met along the way, and of course your own story, because it is a unique story. And I congratulate the foundation for recognizing that.
Yes, me too. Thank you. And you don't look so unhappy, Carlos. I'd love to meet you in person someday, you know, my mom lived in England for 30 years in Bracknell.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
I was probably too late to meet her in person, but yeah, hopefully I'll meet someone who's met her and we can speak, you know, another time about that as well. Anyway, yeah,
definitely.
Brilliant.
Okay.
I think it's important that we are coming together.
Yeah.
This organization I founded in 2016.
Wow.
And it started before that, but I founded it, you know, into 2016 and registered it. But I think it's very important. And Jamie, what you said about, you know, it's hard, or you don't want to really write a whole book or whatever.
Yeah.
I think we're all going to help you write that book. Yeah. We're going to have many conversations, and I'm willing to write it. And now I have my own publishing company. So whenever you're ready.
Definitely. Thank you. That would be great, because I mean, there's stuff, nobody knows. That would be wonderful, Debbie. Thank you. Let's figure that out.
You know, I want to say the importance of not only the original Beat generation, but us today.
Yeah.
We are the new generation, and we're struggling to be known and our stories to be known. And I'm hoping to change that. I'm trying to change that.
You're doing a great job.
You know.
Okay.
So anyway, so
Thank you.
today is a big day for this festival. I'm glad that, you know, you all could be here on this Zoom so that you could sort of be a part of it.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
it'll be going to the YouTube channel. But what I was going to say is that there's many fine poets out there. There's many fine people that have stories to tell.
Yeah.
And damn it, I'm going to be the one that's going to make it happen. You know, no one's going to stop me. I started it and I'm not going to stop. Chryssa, I love Chryssa's red hair. Don't you love her red hair?
Yes, yes. Who's giving you an award, Debbie?
My award is all of you.
Yeah.
I don't need it. I don't need a award plaque or anything. No, really. I'm just so happy to have all of you. And you know, one at a time. I mean, it'll take some time, but when I meet you all in person, I mean, I already know you. I already know all of you. It's just incredible because I think we were all meant to meet. You know, I do believe that with all my heart, that no matter where we were going to meet. Yeah.
Let's all unmute and show our appreciation for the foundation and Debbie especially. So everyone unmute and let's let rip for Debbie and Chryssa and the foundation. Thank you.
Thank you.
In December 1996, in Louisville, Kentucky, I had the great honor of presenting a young man his Kentucky colonelship at the official Hunter S. Thompson tribute. We happened to have been born in the same town of Owensboro, Kentucky. Years later now, here in this beautiful valley in Connecticut, it is my great honor to, on behalf of Debbie Tosin Kilday and the National and International Beat Poetry Foundation, to help present Johnny Depp with the Lifetime Beat Poet Laureate Award. Congratulations, Johnny.
I just want to say, Johnny, we welcome you to our family. We have a wonderful group of poets. We're the new generation, and we're happy to have you come join us.
Hello, hi, good evening. I can't consider myself certainly not a poet. I can't consider myself an artist because I think, well, I imagine that's for other people to decide. I just put lines and shapes and words and stuff. And I do it on any surface that I can get my hands on, whatever's available. Because of my early exposure to the beats, the beat writers, Kerouac, Ginsberg, Burroughs, Corso, Hunky, endless, you know, John Cleland Holmes. Once I'd had a good taste of them, I was sort of forced almost. It was like they were in me. Their spirit was in me. So I've traveled with that spirit of the beats for many, many years. From the very moment that my brother handed me the treasure that is on the road, which very quickly became a Bible to me. I was gone. I was in there hook, line, and sinker, because for me it had presented me with a very new and different way to look at what we all see every day, which is the beauty of life and the tragedy of life. Very simply. You know. Jack Kerouac once said that about writing simply, he said, first thought, best thought. And so that having been kind of, you know, drilled into my skull, that always, kind of reverberated around. And then when I ended up becoming an actor, I applied that very method. I thank you all deeply for this remarkable and most certainly undeserved honor